So let us look into the functions. So there are two major functions. We can categorize the two functions of HR as strategic and operative functions. So these two facets of HR function or of human resource management are fundamental concepts that could lead an organization to success. So let us differentiate what is the strategic function of HR and the operative function of HR. Let's proceed first to operative. Ano? Sa sabi nating operative, ito yung function ng HR where it sees to the day-to-day operations essential to meeting the needs and concerns of employees and organizations in terms of their human resources. So we highlight yung uh, word na day-to-day operations. Yung strategic naman, ang focus in this function is concern itself with predicting outcomes and ensuring that the organization has enough of the most qualified human capital and has the right human resource management strategies to help reach its overall vision and mission. So it's more of uh, future outcomes. Okay? Yung gusto nating i-measure dito. So operative kasi, we are focusing on the day-to-day operation, but in strategic, whatever HR activities we perform, whatever HR strategies we employ in our organization, dapat makatulong yan to achieve the vision and mission. Okay. Another difference. Pag operative, it focuses on the immediate and necessary needs of the workforce, immediate and necessary. But for strategic, as you can see in first definition kanina, it focuses on the future growth of the organization. So it focuses on future-oriented processes of developing and implementing HR programs that address and solve business problems and directly contribute to the major long-term objectives of the organization. Therefore, strategic HRM lays the foundation for the different HR operative functions. So, ang nangyari dito is that parang yung strategic HRM, yan yung basis mo. Yan yung basis for you to create the different HR operative functions. Okay? So that magkakaroon tayo ng link between our strategic HR and the operative functions. So that magkakaroon ng nagkakaroon ng vertical integration to the business of the organization. Kasi kapag yung mga operative functions ng HR hindi aligned and it is not vertically integrated sa strategic HRM, walang saysay yung mga operative function na yan. Sabi nga ni David Ulrich, he is the father of modern HR. HR is not just about the HR itself. Ibig sabihin, HR is not just for the HR managers or for the HR department. HR is about delivering business value according to Dave Ulrich. And kapag sinasabi natin human resource management, it is about helping organizations within the marketplace. Okay? So, the concept of HR is not just to, motivate people, train people, recruit people. Hindi lang yun. So, we are doing all of these functions. The recruitment, the training, providing compensation, benefits, managing the performance, disciplining employees, creating a positive employee relationship. Okay? In order for the organization deliver business or to help the organization deliver business value by creating a competitive workforce, productive workforce, innovative workforce, so that we could help the organization win in the marketplace. So, ang definition ngayon ng strategic HRM is to formulate and execute different HR policies and practices that produce the employee competencies and behaviors in the company and para makatulong yung mga yan to achieve the strategic aims of the organization. Okay? So we would like to offer HR policies and practices para makapag-produce tayo ng employees and competencies na kailangan ng kumpanya para ma-achieve nila yung kanilang strategic aims. So in order for us to better understand itong linking ng HR strategies to the corporate level strategies of the organization, we look at this diagram. Meron kasing tatlong level of strategies ang isang organization. Corporate level, business level, or comparative strategies, and we have the functional strategies. Okay. But for a certain organization, before you set your vision and mission, you are conducting SWOT analysis, correct? Do you know SWOT analysis?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And yung tinatawag natin na PES or PESEL analysis?
Yes,
Okay, you're
sir.
familiar with that. Yun yung isa sa mga tools na ginagamit ng organization to analyze yung kanilang level of competitiveness. And then after that, they will now create yung tinatawag natin na company's strategic situation. So they will craft their vision, mission based on what they analyze from the company's competitive environment. Okay. Then they will come up with the vision, mission, the strategies, and then they will forward these strategies, vision, mission to various departments. And one of the department is yung HR. So HR will also craft various HR policies and HR programs and initiatives para makatulong to achieve the organizational outcomes or performance. Okay. Yun yung concept ng strategic human resource management. We craft policies, programs, strategies, initiatives along HR para matulungan natin na ma-achieve yung organizational outcomes and help in the performance of the organization. Okay, para mas malinaw, tignan natin itong diagram na to, yung triangle na to. So ano ba yung mga strategic goals or aims? So this consists of the vision, mission, core values, etc. Okay? And then, therefore, if this is our vision, mission, anong klase ng behavior and skills ang kailangan natin para ma-achieve natin yung ating strategic aims? And dito na po ang pasok ngayon ng human resource management. Ano kaya ang mga policies and practices na gagawin ng HR department para ma-produce natin yung mga necessary employees, behavior, and skills para makatulong na ma-achieve ang ating vision and mission. So, yun yung concept ng strategic human resource management. Okay, I hope you were able to get it. Anyway, it is recorded naman. So I will upload this in YouTube so that you could rewatch this. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the HR operative function. Operative function, yung sinabi ko na kanina, ito yung mga specific day-to-day function na ginagawa ng mga human resource managers and even in partnership with various line managers. So we have here 8 job organization information, people resourcing, performance management, learning and development, reward management, employee relations, health and safety, HR services. So ito yung mga topics that we are going to discuss in this subject. Okay? Etong 8 na to. So I have given you already the handout and the definition of this different HR functions are included there. So we will not be discussing this in a detailed manner today, but as we go on to our topics, we will be discussing this deeper and also in a detailed fashion. Components of job organization information are organization design, organization development, job analysis. Okay? So, yung organizational design, this talk about yung parang yung sa part ng organizing where we create organizational or design structure so that we could group activities, assign accountabilities, and even establish communication and authority. Also part of this function is job or of this of job organization information is yung OD, organizational development. So in here we will be improving effectiveness of teams, effectiveness of the organization as a whole through some various techniques such as structural change, team building process, consultancy, rule negotiation, and the like. And job analysis is also part of this one. Another function of operative function of HR is yung people resourcing. This includes human resource planning, recruitment, selection, onboarding, retention, and exit management. Number three is yung performance management. So, I'm sure this is more of how we're going to improve the performance of our employees. Ano ba yung mga nakaset na expectation? Did they able to meet the expectation, the targets? So if not, we correct those gaps between what is expected from them and dun sa kanila current or yung kanilang current level of performance. Compare natin dun sa expected and targets. So this includes performance appraisal, discipline handling, grievance handling, and identification of learning development needs. Fourth major operative function is yung learning and development. So this includes career management, managerial development, becoming learning organization, providing education and training to our employees, and of course, facilitating individual learning plans, opportunities beyond their immediate job, so that we will be able to develop them as a person. Another, number five, is yung reward management. This includes pay systems, performance pay systems, benefit schemes, and even non-financial rewards. Relevant din to, no? Hindi lang puro financial rewards ang bibigay natin. We have to provide also non-financial rewards. Number six is yung employee relation. So this includes industrial relations, employee communication, and even employee voice. Next is yung health and safety and welfare of employees. Of course, we have to consider this one so that people who are working with us are in a health or are in overall good health condition. And of course, we have to make it sure that also na yung ating workplace is safe for them. Okay? Na hindi sila palaging exposed sa danger or hazards. And malesen din yung mga occupational risk na tinatawag natin. So part of this function is to make sure that you are promoting health, fitness, and work balance so that yung ating mga empleyado, they have improved well-being and even yung kanilang performance hindi rin bumaba or maapektuhan. And lastly, we have here yung HR services. HR services, ito na yung mga administrative aspects ng HR function, making sure that policies and procedures are being followed, being sustained in the organization, yung collection also of various employee record or data. We have to keep them, manage them, and also we have to file some form of proper HR reporting and statistical reports. And lastly, we have to make it sure that the organization is compliant or complying the labor law, yung mga various HR regulations and codes of practices. So para hindi naman makasuhan yung organization na lumalabag kayo sa mga various labor laws and regulations. Okay, so those are the major operative functions of human resource management. So these functions of human resource management interacts with and affects the others. Okay? So these are all connected, hindi sila pwedeng paghiwalayin. They interact and affects the others. And all should be aligned with the organization's strategic plan. So itong HR department, let us discuss itong HR department. So sabi dito, HR department performs both line and staff authority. So a certain HR manager performs both line and staff function. Okay. But first, we have to define ano ba ibig sabihin ng line manager? Anong trabaho ng line manager? A line manager is the one who is authorized to direct the work of a subordinate responsible for accomplishing the tasks of the organization. Line managers manage operational functions that are crucial for the company's survival. So, ibig sabihin yan, example, manager or marketing. So that's very crucial for organization to survive. So marketing manager is considered as a line manager. Operations manager is considered as line managers. A finance manager is considered as a line manager. But ito kasi HR manager, it function both line and staff function. So pwede silang ma-consider as line and staff manager. Staff managers, they are the one who assist and advise line managers. So ito yung pinaka bread and butter na function ng human resource management, to advise and assist yung mga line managers. But they can also be considered as line managers, especially when that HR manager assists or directly supervise yung kanyang department, the HR department. So HR professional, okay, is an individual who normally acts on a staff or advisory committee or function. Okay. So they assist and advise line managers with recruiting, hiring, and compensating people. So dual yung kanilang function. So they act as staff managers and line managers, but yung bread and butter nila, yung normal function nila, they advise and they work with other managers to help them address issues along or matters along human resource management. Okay, so as you can see in here, ito na yung mga duties ng HR manager, line, ordinative, and staff function. So aside from the staff authority and line function, coordinates pa, coordinative function. Because they coordinate every HR policies, HR programs to all various kind of employees and departments. Kaya coordinated. Okay. So line function, pag manager ka, you direct your people, your own people in your own department. Kapag coordinative function naman, you ensure that line managers are implementing yung mga HR policies and practices ng organization. And staff, yung sinasabi ko kanina, you assist and advise line managers in the heart of the human resource manager's job. Okay? You advise the CEO and various managers to better understand some of the HR aspect of the company's strategic options. Therefore, the HRM professional is primarily responsible for coordinating the management of HR to help the organization achieve its goals. So all line managers are considered as HR managers. So there is now a shared responsibility between line managers and HR professionals. In fact, kailangan talaga na mag-partner itong line managers at saka HR professionals. Because without the support of line managers, yung mga HR activities, HR functions, HR programs, kapag ini-implement yan ng mga managers, wala ding saysay. Yung sinasabi ko kanina that the line managers frequently look to HR for guidance in topics such as selection, training, promotion, and taking disciplinary action. Okay? So it's already 10:02 a.m. May klase ba kayo ng 10? Hello everyone.
One, sir.
Pwede ba natin i-continue kasi konti lang to, mga 15 minutes na lang siguro. Can we proceed? Kasi marami tayong mga delays, kailangan natin matapos ito ngayon. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, yun yung discuss natin na function ng human resource management. So today, there is really a need for HR managers. Malay nyo, some of you would fall in love with human resource management, and at some point, kapag nag-graduate na kayo, you would change career from marketing professional to HR professional. Okay. So the new human resource managers, ano ba yung mga competencies na kailangan ngayon ng mga bagong human resource management? Okay. So what human resource managers do and how they do, it is constantly changing. Nagbabago yung mga yan. Nag-evolve din yung mga functions, roles, and even competencies ng mga HR managers. Okay. So let us look into some of the changes na nangyayari sa role and function ng human resource management. So ngayon, because of the various changes and trends, okay, ang trabaho na ngayon ng human resource managers is they are now focused more on strategic, on big picture. Kasi dati-rati in the past, mostly na function ng HR is more on administrative. Ngayon, as I explained kanina, yung function ng strategic human resource management, focus na sila ngayon on the strategic or the big picture issues. Ibig sabihin, they are now more involved in producing or creating HR initiatives and programs for longer term or strategic big picture issues. So they are now avoiding yung tinatawag natin na transactional services, but they are not providing strategic services. Okay? Kasi dati-rati ang HR transactional services more on taga-file, ganun yung common picture. Okay? And connotation ng mga tao in terms of HR, taga-file, taga-ayos ng mga papeles ng mga tao. But today, they are now moving from that or improving from that type of services. Hindi na sila transactional. And also, they have an integrated talent management approach to managing human resources. Okay? So, ito na yung focus nila. They are developing talents. They are developing human resources. And also, they manage employee engagement. So, this is one of the reasons why they wanted to introduce some HR practices para ma-engage natin yung mga empleyado natin to be mentally and emotionally invested sa kanilang trabaho and contribute to employer success. So, according to Dave Ulrich, yung sinabi ko kanina, meron ng new 6 competencies na dapat na kailangan taglayin ng isang human resource manager. So we have here talent managers, organization designers, culture and change steward, strategy architect, operational executor, business ally, and credible activist. So these are now the new competencies dapat na taglayin daw ng HR managers. So, pag sinasabi natin talent managers, organization designers, you will be able to master some of the tasks along human resource management, such as acquiring, training, and compensating employees. And also, you must be able to create human resource practices that supports the firm cultural values and strategy architects. Sasabi ko kanina na yung mga yung strategic plan ng organization, dapat makatulong ka doon to put in place the different HR practices to support accomplishing the strategic or the overall strategic plan. And aside from that, you have to execute also yung mga HR practices. Okay? Draft, anticipate HR practices. The company needs to implement its strategies. And also, considered na rin na business allies yung mga HR manager ngayon because hindi na lang sila nakafocus sa HR department itself. Dapat alam nila kung ano yung business ng organization. Okay? They have to apply yung mga reports ng finance, ng sales, ng production doon sa kanilang HR department para makatulong to achieve the department goals. And lastly, we have here credible activists. So, pag sinasabing credible activists, you have to listen. Okay? You have to take the point of view of both the management and the employees. Okay? Ano ba yung kanilang mga hinaing? Ano ba yung kanilang mga pangangailangan? So, you have to consider yung mga needs ng both parties na to, the employees, and even the employer, and then make some proposals on how we are going to meet those needs so that if those needs are met, okay, masatisfy yung mga yon, eventually, magiging committed, motivated yung ating mga empleyado at yung ating organization. So according to, in summary, according to David Ulrich, okay, so based on a lot of research they perform, yung daw, kapag yung isang organization daw, kapag aligned, innovative, ang kanyang HR practices, it will make a dramatic difference to individuals and the performance of the organization. So, it's not enough that the organization has a good product. Maganda yung sistema nila, maganda yung mga technology, they have the right finances. But napaka-importante na meron kang aligned, innovative, and integrated HR practices para ma-maximize yung individual and organizational performance. Okay. And last thing we have to discuss here is yung composition and structure of HR department. So pag sinasabi natin composition and structure of HR department, we are referring to the structure, the organizational structure created as a result of grouping or function segments just like departments, division, and sections. So yun yung pag-usapan natin. What does it look like yung HR department? So the HR department varies from one company to another. Because yan, di man tayo pare-pareho ng size, ng nature of operation, and every organization has their own unique requirements in terms of human resources. So for example, itong small company na to, okay, so makikita mo wala siyang HR department or a separate function. Meron lang yung mga pinaka-common, the sales, production, finance. So sino ngayon ang HR dito? Normally, it's the manager or the owner. So ito, they seldom have a formal HR unit. So other managers can perform yung mga function. Pwedeng ilagay kay finance, pwedeng ilagay kay sales, So, ang focus ng pag small company ka is on hiring and retaining capable employees. So naman, medium-sized firms. So, nakikita mo na meron na siyang separate na HR department. So, as the firm grows, a separate staff function may be required to coordinate human resource activities. Pero again, here, medyo konti pa lang specialization kasi nga medium size. So, ibig sabihin, generalist itong human resource manager. So, lahat trabaho niya. But kapag yung organization naging considered as large na siya, medium to large size firm, nakikita mo merong specific na department tapos meron pa mga specialists. Okay? So, separate functions are created now and placed under a human resource manager. So, tasks could include the following functions already. As you can see, the generalists, executives, and specialists. Actually, meron talagang position na Vice President for Human Resources. In fact, ngayon, ang trend ngayon is yung mga CEOs are formerly Vice President for Human Resources. And lastly, we have here qualifications of human resource management. So if you wanted to become a human resource manager in the future, these are some of the qualifications. So aside from personal, dapat meron kang healthy attitude towards people. Krigatmet mo, HR manager ka, tapos negative di pa nakikitang tao, dapat meron kang healthy attitude towards people. You should also possess a pleasant personality. You should be honest, fair, just, and courageous. Integrity is also important. And dapat meron ka rin namang average intelligence. And dapat masipag ka talaga. Professional qualification, ito yung dapat meron ka rin degree. So meron kang tinapos na courses along human behavior and human resource management. And of course, work experience, napaka-importante yan. So, dapat meron ka ding related. But in my experience and also observation, anyone can be an HR manager with. Meron akong mga kakilala, mga nursing graduate, okay, nurses, okay. Yung mga iba nga, IT graduates, yun naging HR manager because of experience. Kahit hindi naman yung kanilang degree, hindi related sa kanilang tinapos, sa trabaho nila, they can still be human resource. Okay, so that's it.